Zaria Khadejah Carr, better known by her vibrant online persona Dutchess Dior, was more than just a name on a screen. She was a force of personality, a beacon of confidence, and a magnetic presence whose light was felt in every room she entered, both physical and virtual. With her captivating voice, bold expressions, and unapologetic energy, Duchess Dior touched thousands across digital platforms, earning respect and admiration from a growing fan base that saw her not only as an entertainer, but as an emblem of realness and resilience. Born and raised in Georgia, Zaria brought with her a fiery Southern charisma paired with an unwavering will to stand tall in her truth. Whether she was sharing thoughts in live streams or laughing with viewers, she exuded authenticity. Her life, although marked by personal struggles and difficult relationships, was a testimony to how one woman could rise and hold space for herself in a world that often sought to silence voices like hers. The tragic evening that shook Twin City on the night of June 14, 2025, Zaria's life came to a heartbreaking and abrupt end, sending shockwaves through both her hometown of Twin City, Georgia, and the broader online community who followed her. What began as a domestic disturbance at a modest home on Fifth Avenue quickly escalated into a devastating act of violence, one that would ultimately take both her life and that of her husband, Shamarcus Jamal Carr, known by some as the Frenchman. Reports state that Zaria's final moments were captured during a live stream, a haunting reality that now lives heavy on the hearts of those who witnessed it. She was found unconscious by responding officers and later pronounced dead at the hospital. This unthinkable act shattered the boundary between real-life suffering and digital performance, reminding all who watched that behind the screens are real people with real emotions and real pain. Remembering her legacy, more than a viral persona, Duchess Dior was not just a content creator or a social media name. She was someone's daughter, someone's friend, someone's light on dark days. Her courage to speak her truth publicly, to engage with others in real time, and to turn her life into a story others could relate to was something rare and precious. She was often outspoken about her battles, unafraid to call out wrongs, and eager to uplift those she saw struggling. In a world full of curated perfection and filtered happiness, Duchess stood out as someone who kept it real. Her strength lay not in her ability to hide her scars, but in her openness to share them. That strength has left a lasting impact on the many young women who saw themselves in her and found the motivation to keep going. Her energy was electric, her laughter unforgettable, and her voice, both literal and metaphorical, resonates still. A relationship marred by shadows. Those who knew Zaria personally had often voiced concern about the volatile dynamics of her relationship with Shamarcus Carr. While love stories often play out in the public eye with glamour and romance, theirs was complicated by strife and emotional turbulence. Over time, hints of tension were apparent even in the couple's live streams and online engagements, with some followers begging Zaria to step away and protect herself. Though no one could have predicted the tragedy that would unfold, many are now using this as a moment of reflection, a call to speak louder when warning signs surface, a reminder of how serious domestic violence can become. Her death is not just a private loss but a collective one, reminding the community of the very real dangers hidden behind closed doors. The hope now is that her story becomes a wake-up call to others trapped in silent suffering. A painful goodbye, community in mourning since news of her passing broke, tributes have poured in from across the country. Friends, family, and followers have flooded social media with heartfelt messages, clips from her live streams, and personal memories that capture her essence. Vigils have been held, both in person and virtually, as people come together to grieve the loss of a woman who gave them joy, honesty, and connection in a disconnected world. In Twin City, where the Carr residence stood, neighbors have begun leaving candles, flowers, and handwritten notes along the sidewalk. Many say it still doesn't feel real, that someone as full of life as Zaria could be taken so violently and so publicly. But amid the mourning, there's a sense of duty rising among her supporters, a duty to honor her voice, her bravery, and to make sure her memory lives on in the pursuit of justice and healing. Justice, reflection, and the road ahead as the Georgia Bureau of Investigation continues to gather facts and conduct autopsies, questions remain. But beyond the legalities, the emotional and social toll of this tragedy has already changed the lives of many. Community activists have called for greater attention to domestic abuse awareness, particularly in digital spaces where signs are often overlooked or misinterpreted as content rather than cries for help. Duchess Dior's passing has sparked an ongoing conversation about vulnerability, safety, and the responsibilities we hold not only in relationships but in digital communities. In mourning her, we are reminded to see the humanity in one another, to recognize warning signs, to reach out, to support, and most of all, to speak up. Forever in our hearts, the spirit of Duchess Dior, though the physical presence of Zaria Khadejah Carr has been lost, her spirit lives on in the lives she touched and the truth she spoke. Her boldness, her flaws, her heart, and her fire will be remembered by those who loved her and those who learned from her story. As her community continues to heal, they carry forward a piece of her laugh, her style, her honesty, her strength. Rest in power, Duchess Dior. You were seen, you were heard, you were loved.